Welcome back to our channel. My name is Hercules, and today again, I'm happy you are here. So, we've been talking some few things, and these things that we've been talking about has been for improving ourselves, at the same time motivating us to see if we can be able to realize the goal of either you are owning your home, fixing your credit, or improving your life. One of the three has been my biggest motivation that I've been trying to tell people who I work with. If you are a person, mostly like immigrant who just came to this country, it's a very lonely country. You find yourself, you don't know where to start from and how to go about things, and somebody has to guide you. So that's why somebody like me, I thought you should be able to come in and start the journey. Now today, my conversation is going to be based on a life without goal is like a ship without a rudder. We know that in life you must have goals. You must set some goals that you can be able to find yourself running on. It's just like a railroad. So just like a ship needs a destination, you as a buyer too, you need a destination. So the most important things are, if you're planning, the questions that you need to ask yourself: are you planning to purchase your first home, or are you planning to upgrade that home that you have today? Or probably you've already bought your home, now you're settled, now you want to do what we call investing in rental properties, or you want to build now generational wealth. Mostly you immigrants, this is something I'm always trying to tell immigrants. Think about these guys we have here, the little children that are now growing. Most of them, I see them graduating. Now people are becoming adults. What are you leaving behind to them? So if you don't know where you are going, every house looks like the right house for you. So it's time that you need to really sit down and figure out what exactly do you want? What journey do you want to go through? You understand? Because this is a land of opportunity, and it's also a land of curse, depending on how you're perceiving it yourself. So it's time that we must sit down and think about our destination. Number two, that was number one. Number two, are you able to create a financial roadmap? Most of us who came here when we were young people, now we are getting old. Some of us are running higher 50s. Some of us are even hitting 60s. But we find ourselves that now we are stuck. If you didn't have a down payment, if you didn't have any wealth that you had planned, some of us are thinking maybe you go back to your country where you came from. How are you going to start surviving there? Because if you didn't prepare yourself well, okay, right now, some are also trying now to catch up. You've lived in this country maybe more than 20 years, but you don't even have a place called your own place. You don't even have a real estate that you own yourself. Sometimes at work also, you don't have a stable job. You keep on jumping back and forth. So you don't even have retirement. So having a roadmap is like a ship with a rudder, and that makes you to avoid the danger. The danger is not having a financial plan, a financial retirement or financial goal. A financial plan helps buyers avoid costly mistakes. Do we want to go through those mistakes as immigrants? These are the questions that we need to ask ourselves and have the answers. How do we approach all this? Number one, you must, first of all, we have something called credit. You must improve your credit. Number two, you must have some down payment and closing costs if you are planning to purchase a home. The debts that you are competing with the Jones, I keep on singing this song every day. Competing with Jones and buying what you can't afford makes you to have too much debt, it's time for you to reduce that. Build some emergency savings. We always just live from paycheck to paycheck. If something happens to you today, you are going down, baby. You don't want to do that. A successful homeowner don't buy homes by accident. They plan for purchase. How do you plan for your purchase? First of all, starts from the credit. Goes to your income. Goes to your down payment. And goes to the closing cost. And then there must be something that is put on the side. Don't be somebody who just, when you get, you finish all of it and then you wait for the next paycheck. Time has reached that you have to set that and make sure that you change that style of life. Stop competing with the Jones, because the Jones, you don't know how they're making their money. You're depending on what you have, and that's it. Number 3, set realistic real estate milestone. Don't go buy what you can't afford because Mr. Jones lives in that big house. You want to live in that big house. Depending on the family that you have, if you're a family man, you have 2 kids. Why don't you have 3 bedrooms? If you have 1 kid, even 2 bedroom, not bad. Depending on what you can. Don't go for what you can't afford. Have a realistic goal. Big goals become achievable when broken into small steps. First of all, start them piece by piece. How do you approach these goals? How do you approach these things that you want to do? What? To achieve in the end of the day. If it's about buying a home, what kind of home do you want to buy? Do you want to just start going to that big mansionette, or do you want to start with a townhome? Do you want to go step by step? And how do you go through those? Number 1, we already discussed about making sure you have a good credit. You must maintain your job. And then you will go to somebody called a loan person who is going to pre-approve you. Pre-approve involves your pay stub, your credit, and what you have on the reserve. They will run through that, run all that, and make sure that you are pre-approved. And then they'll want you to have some money. Most of our people think that we can just wake up in the morning and go purchase a home. No. You must have some savings. That's why in the previous, you see me talking about, you need to plan yourself. Planning will always make you become better. And then after you've already gone through all this, that's when you're going to meet with somebody called a realtor. A realtor's job is to go help you figuring out what kind of home you are going to purchase. And we also have a financial counselor who can be able to help you. If you find yourself you're so messed up, get yourself together. I must read that you have to get yourself together. Put that finances that you have together. What is taking away your money? Are you sending too much at home? Because sometimes your life is also here. Are you also becoming expensive in your lifestyle? Do you buy what you can't afford? It's a question you have to ask yourself. And then after you met your realtor, research where you're going to live in. Research the neighborhood. We talked about those in some of my videos. What are the most important things? Where your kids, if you have kids, come from school. When they are dropped, they are safe. You yourself, you are safe. When you get off work, you are safe. The property is a very good property. Make sure that you deal with a realtor who will be able to make sure that he gets you something that you'll be happy in the end of the day. Don't just go buy something because you have to buy. You move in the house and there everything is broken and you start fixing them. That's a liability. That's not. And then create a timeline when you want to purchase this home. The timeline will always help you with the preparation, determining that what do you need to have and how do you need to get it. In the end of the day, all the buck stops with you. Every homeowner they started their step one by one. It's time for you to start your steps. If you're thinking of purchasing a home, do that. Even in anything, As long as it involves finances, you have to plan yourself. If you don't plan yourself, baby, you're going to find yourself in a mess. Number 4, stay focused despite market challenges. We know right now we have challenges in the market. We have economies really up and down, up and down. We have too much storm running around. Is that going to scare you off? No. As long as you plan yourself well, you will be able to get that. The storms is like a ship from reaching their destination. They will try to stop you, but they just and keep moving. Adjust yourself, keep moving, just find yourself going. What are things that are going to stop you? You're going to find sometimes the interest rates are higher. Right now the interest rates are really higher. People still waiting. I'm waiting for the day that interest rate will come down. When will that come? I hope you can tell me. The prices are fluctuating. Oh, I'm waiting for when the prices will be down. When do you know that the prices will be down? Please tell me. I'm waiting for you. Competition exists. Yeah. One home comes in the market, everybody's running there. People wants to buy. Buy. So you go find yourself, some people are giving over. And the market condition improves and declines. Market condition goes up and down, up and down. And like right now, we're in summer. Summer in Minnesota is very competitive. So you must find yourself very much prepared to be able to join the game. So people who achieve home ownership stay committed to the goal even when conditions are not perfect. That was the preparation I was talking about in the past. You must be prepared. And if you're not prepared, the storm will push you out. That's why I use this term of you must be like a ship with a rudder. So owning a home is not just about having a place to live. It's about building the future. Number 1, equity growth. Equity, remember when we talked about the equity. The equity is the difference between what your current value is and what you're owing. That one is something. We have we as immigrants, we are looking forward the day that we get the money that will maybe be able to boost us. We can make that through the equity. There is appreciation. You can be able to appreciate, your property is appreciating every day, remember? And if it's a rental, you have a rental income. That is something you can be earning. There are so many ways you can be able to get from that rental. For example, I'm not a tax advisor. You can be able to deduct some of those stuff on your taxes. You're also getting, if you bought it at the right price and you're paying the right mortgage, you might be getting a positive cash flow. You'll be also leaving a legacy to your family. Remember, if you have kids and you have a home that you have, you will be leaving something for them. Another one is financial freedom in retirement. When you retire, if you are retired, you might be getting that positive cash flow. And that positive cash flow might be what? Help you with the retirement. Hello, I'm talking. I don't know if I'm talking to somebody somewhere to understand what I'm saying. I want us to try and make things get better. We came here with nothing, and let's live here with something. And we cannot live here with something if we are only focusing on working. I wake up in the morning, punch in, punch out, or I work at night, I get to work until tomorrow, and then paycheck goes like that and like that. We must start becoming wise. And for us to be wise, we must start getting ready to invest. And for us to invest, let's start with what we can be able to be comfortable, make, or own. That is your first home. Most of people, you see them, they're just seated there. Yes, it's good you live in an apartment. I'm not refusing that. The apartment is good because why? At least you have a shelter. And also maybe you don't have so much responsibility. But is it giving you any of the equity? No. The equity is not coming from there anywhere there. So is that the reason why we came here? No. What was the dream that took you from that home and left that family of yours, the mother, father, cousin, uncle, brother, siblings, and everybody? Why did you leave them back? You left because you wanted a better life. And this is the way you get your better life. And if you keep on finding yourself that you don't challenge yourself, you can't be better. You will always find yourself in a miserable situation. My name again is Hercules Otieno, and my phone number is 763-498-2650. You can also reach me on my social media, which is, I don't know right now if you're watching me on my social media, which one? Facebook. I don't know whether it's TikTok. I don't know whether it's YouTube. But on my YouTube is Hercules the Realtor Show. You can also reach me on my social media, on my Facebook, which is Hercules the Realtor. You can also reach me on my TikTok, which is Hercules the Realtor. How about my Instagram? It's Hercules Otieno. And thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. I produce these videos because I believe they educate somebody. And I also get some comments. People tell me, hey, I was looking at your video, watching your video, and I learned something out of it. Yeah, that's when I know that I'm doing something. It's not all about business. It's also education. Education matters to us. Because if you educate somebody and somebody improves their life, you'll tell them, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.